Hi, my name is Rebecca Lopez, and I am the author of My Windows and My Soul, and I am live on Jerry Royce tonight.
Hello, and thank you for stopping by. I'm your host, Jerry Royce, and welcome to Positive Power 21 Network, where you get your positive on. This is a worldwide podcast for growth, wealth, and success. Thank you.
Positive Power 21.org, Internet radio.
Thank you, everybody, and welcome to Jerry Royce Live. I'm your host, Jerry Royce, and on Positive Power, positivepower21.org. When it's all positive, it's all power. That's Positive Power 21. And today's sponsors are FastTechSolutions.net for your internet needs. They rebuild and install computer network infrastructures and perform computer repairs in the Delmarva area. So give them a call or check out their website to get their numbers. Again, that's in the Delmarva area. And also we want to say hello to Purple Rose Holistic Health. That'd be www.purpleroseholistic.health.com. You need any help understanding the whole nutritional value of the way the body works and juicing and eating healthy. That's the person to call. And that'd be Valerie Moore, again, at www.purpleroseholistic.health.com. And also we want to thank all of the guests that we had this week, starting with Laquita S.K. from True Glory Publications. We want to thank Margarita Balaguer from Broken Bars Publishing, and Valerie Ann Todd-Listman from Broken Bars. And we also want to thank Mr. Reese Dunn. I forgot the name of it. I think it was Black Rose Publishing, if I'm not mistaken. And then we have Brenda Williams, who was on tonight earlier, and she's with Broken Bars Publishing. We want to thank all of those people and their publishers for allowing them to come on Jerry Royce Live. So thank everybody for joining us. This is in our queue. Again, welcome to Jerry Royce Live. And tonight on the show, we got Kill Bill, also known as Rebecca Lopez. And also they got on here, they got GMG. She's born and raised in New York City and resides in Florida. She is a survivor of addiction and abuse who brings her words to the world to help others step out of darkness and find the strength to overcome their issues. Through her book, My Windows, My Soul, Rebecca Lopez not only shows how she is a survivor, but that you are one too. And that's a wonderful thing. And also, she also got some things on her website. She got a piece on her website, which is Broken Bars Publishing Company. My Windows, My Soul. The scribes in this book come from the heart of a survivor of life's storms. Coming up a victim in a household domestic violence, I too live the hard life can bring. Yes, I was a casualty of war, but I emerged a warrior from it all. You cannot keep blaming yourself for things that have happened, nor can you keep your mind in the past. Keeping you in prison, taking drugs, drinking just to get through the pain that is still left in you. It took me many years to learn this. Instead of continuing to take things out on myself, I learned to survive and pick up a pen. Rebecca Lopez, welcome to Jerry Royce Live. How are you tonight?
I'm doing well, thank you. Thank you for having me. I'm so excited.
Yeah,
and how's everybody tonight? Good?
Yeah, we are good. We're good. It's good to have the people from Broken Bars Publishing on here. And
they're a wonderful group. Very, very wonderful group. Great things are happening. And I definitely want to give a shout-out to Ron and the family of Broken Bars. It's a home. It's a home for me. And I'm very happy that he reached out. And I kind of breaking my silence. Mm-hmm. And breaking my silence has definitely given me freedom.
Good. All right. Now, Rebecca, we read a lot about you, what your books stand for. But, would you like to share some things, that led, you to, becoming a writer, how you got here?
It's funny because when I decided to pick up a pen, it was because I read a poem from a young woman. Her name is Carter Roxy on Facebook. She's a great writer, and I was going through some things. I was going through a very dark moment in my life where I definitely was images in my head, and I definitely want to go out there and hurt people, and it wasn't a good place that I was. And I learned to express myself through a pain, with a pen. So what I did was all this anger that manifested in me throughout the years, and I kind of like expressed it in my poetry. And let me tell you something. It's like I always said, like for every story that I tell, I send another demon back into hell. And that's exactly what happened because, you know, once I expressed myself in a lot of my poetry, my dark poetry, because I write other like so prolific, you know, about the end of the world and stuff like that. And it is just a tool of expression that I can release my anger because for so many years I was so angry at everybody else that, you know, everybody treated me like I'm damaged goods and stuff like that, you know, that I was no good. And I kept feeding my body drugs and this and that. I mean, you know, baseballing and chasing dragons and popping pills and drinking, you know, distilled spirits. And I call that the devil's cocktail. And waking up in your own vomit and you wake up and like, shit, man, I didn't die. You know, and that's something that, you know, that I had to, like, you know what, why am I taking it out on myself? And I learned that being angry, it's okay to be angry. It's okay to be angry, but you take that anger and you turn it around to work for you.
That's right.
Yeah, I'm always going to be angry. I'm always going to have that anger because I was raised as a child from 4 to 7. Nobody did nothing. I ran away from home at 13. Nobody came looking for me. So my anger was that nobody gave a F about me. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is that, you know, and I always thought of myself as being no good, and I'm garbage, and you know what? You know what? Look, if I ain't going to love myself, how is anybody going to love me? If I don't believe in myself, how am I going to believe in God? How am I going to believe in anything? So it took me somewhat years. How many years? I'm 51 years old now. You know, and I'm surprised that I made it this long. You know what I'm saying? I worked for drug dealers. I used to bag up dope and stuff like that. I mean, I went through a whole list of things. I'm not going to glorify that era in my life, but the thing is that because nobody cared about me, I didn't care about myself. And it took such a long time for me to learn that. And as I was writing my poetry and I released all that anger, that's when I started, you know what? You know, screw everybody else. You know, I'm alone in this world. And you know what? I had to take the bull by the horn. And guess what? It's okay to be angry. I have to make it work for me.
That's right.
When I'm angry, I focus. I became a chef. I paid my way through culinary school.
Good.
And I became a chef. You know what? When I'm angry, my cooking is better. I moved to Florida to take care of my mother. You know, Esther gave my mother a long time ago. So she's old and she needs somebody to, you know, to be with her. I gave her, I would have been making $100,000 a year right now as a chef in New York City. And I gave up everything that I owned to come to Florida. I can't feel it, but I got so angry because I'm right back in the middle of crack and meth hell and prostitute.
Wow.
But now, guess what? I was so angry, I learned to drive. I got a car. My anger, I focus. Now my next step is to get out of here and take my mother with me.
That's right.
But you know what? I'm angry. The rage is in me, but it's not going to go away. And I'm sorry to say this for people who have gone through this, and you know, you go into bad relationships. I mean, you share your past with somebody that's going to turn around and use it against you.
Yeah.
That emotional blackmail to keep you. Let me tell you, you got the wrong one on that one.
That's right. Rebecca, let me ask you this.
Right.
I know you're on the road now. Let me ask you this now.
No, I'm in my car. I'm not driving. I'm parked.
I mean, I'm saying you're on the road, like you're rolling. Now, you sounding good, though. You sounding good. I'm feeling you. Now, you said you're angry all the time. Now, what happens when you're at work and you're dealing with people? I mean, are you just tuned into your work as a chef, or you just take it in? I mean, do they see the anger? Now, do they see the anger when you're at work?
No, they don't, because I'm smiling. My rage is contained, and I do have a phone. It's not in that book because it's another type of poetry, but it's called Contained Rage. And that's what I'm talking about. It's like your anger that's inside of you, you make that work for you. And I learned to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like in my jobs and my bosses, they're a bunch of a-holes, but anyway. But you know what I do? I make sure that I'm on top of my game. I got my A game. I make sure my food is good. I make sure I'm clean. I make sure that top, tip, top, tip, top. Everything is A game. And you know what? And that's how I hold my anger. You know, I control it by doing that. So, you know, like in New York, I was an executive sous chef, you know, and I ran the kitchen. I am a genius. I'm a genius in production. I'm a numbers person. And you know what? And that's what I focus on. I focus on things that I just, you know, it's like maybe, I don't know, I don't try to be perfect because I know I'm not perfect, but I try to be the best that I can. My anger, I focus on that. Do it. You know what? Screw them. Show them. You know what I'm saying?
That's
and you know what? Right. And you know what? When you grow up in that type of environment, and it's true, like many women are angry all the time, and they're in bad relationships, and then they always seem to be with the same type of guy that hits them, that, you know, uses emotional blackmail to keep them down and never, you know what I'm saying? And let me tell you something. November 1st, 2011 is the day that I decided to become celibate.
Oh, wonderful,
you know?
Wonderful. That's
and
right.
I'm celibate.
Now, Rebecca, you and I got a chance to talk a little bit, and you got into talking about the type of food to take care of your skin. You know, you don't look your age at all. You know, I was surprised.
Right. I juice, like you were talking about. I juice. I got a NutriBullet. I juice. I eat healthy. Okay. I'm not out there doing what I used to do. You know what I'm saying? So.
Right. So you have to clean it up.
And the thing is, I don't smoke. I don't smoke cigarettes. I don't smoke weed.
Right.
You know, and I think because I'm young at heart, you know, and through all my trials and tribulations, you know, I lost my family because of it. But, you know, they need to grow up because we're not all perfect.
That's right.
But, you know what, when I was out there, you know, I was a functioning addict. And that's the worst type of addict because you wake up 60 years later and you're still doing the same thing.
That's
where
right.
you hit rock bottom and you make a decision. You understand? I was a functioning addict. I kept the job. I kept the rule. I kept food in the house. But you know what? It was just because I was using it to mask what I was feeling inside and my anger and my pain. But you know what? It was like going to the doctor and they giving you painkillers to mask the, you know what I'm saying? And but it's still annoying. You wake up in the morning, you still in pain.
That's right. Then go away.
So,
now, Rebecca, let me ask you this. So, now, you mentioned earlier that you had ran away from home. You know, you experienced.
At 13 years old, never went back.
So how you were able to, you know, bring yourself to come back to Florida to help your mom? You know, because that's really big.
Because I learned forgiveness. That's my mother. No matter what, that's my mother.
That's right. So how many years was it? How long were you gone?
I didn't see my mother for like 26 years.
How long?
26.
26 years.
Yep.
Wow, that's a long time.
Yes, it is a long time. But you know what? I'm the one that came. I knew where she was. I used to send her money. I used to talk to my mother 3 or 4 times a week.
Oh, okay. Okay. So
but you know what? When she looks at me, I know she's reminded of it.
Yeah.
You know, she's a Baptist. She's a Baptist, and then she stopped all her stuff, but she needs to forgive herself.
That's right. So she knew what was happening, but so what happened? You didn't tell anybody, or she knew?
I was 4 years old till I was 7. Everybody knew. How you going to sit a kid in the tub and not know when she's screaming? You see her rupture. Please, don't tell me you don't see that. But she was an alcoholic. She was into drugs and stuff like that, whatever, you know. But you see, that's life. You know, I'm not making any excuses for her.
Right.
I forgive her. Because if I don't forgive her, then I can't move on.
That's right.
Then I can't move on. And you see, and the thing is that my story you hear from millions of different people. Some are worse,
You do.
some are not as bad. Even little
Mhm.
boys. You understand? And the thing
Yes.
is, like, it took me so long to get to where I'm at today. I decided to be celibate, and I don't want a relationship. That's my choice.
Right.
See, I'm in control of me.
Mm.
You know what I fear? I fear drugs. I fear it because I am an addict.
Mhm.
And I got to fear it because I don't want to go back to that.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't want to go back to that. It's a lie. It's a lie. People get high on coke and they think they're big, They big shout, oh, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, and they're lying to themselves, You hang around, people, and there's nothing that comes out of that world. My second husband was a drug dealer. What can I tell you? You know what I'm saying? I had to put my foot down, and that or me, and he chose that, so that was over. It was a 4-year marriage. That was over. And it's a big problem now because right now
Right.
drugs is everywhere.
It is.
And then now it's the pharmaceuticals now. Those are the new drug lords now.
Mhm.
The pharmaceutical
everywhere.
companies. And, like you go to the doctor, oh, it's prescribed by the doctor. Oh, let me take 5. Oh, I feel good.
Mhm.
Next thing you know, you're popping 10 pills.
That's
Next
right.
thing you know, you're on the news, you OD'd in your house by yourself, and they found you a week later.
Oh God. All right, Rebecca. Let me ask you this. Let's go back to a little bit about, let's hear your story, pretty much like what was going on when you was on the inside when you got locked up. What got you locked up?
Locked up?
Yeah. Well, not knocked up.
Well,
when in prison. When you went to prison.
Oh, I didn't go to prison. I was about to do 5 years in prison.
Mhm.
Because I had a boyfriend who used to hit me. And I lacerated 3 tendons in his hand, and I crippled his hand.
Oh, you was protecting yourself.
Okay. I lacerated, and the state of New York came after me. They was going to lock me away in prison. I was arrested for 72 hours. The detective helped me. He helped me. But I stabbed 3 men in my life. That beat me.
Wow.
You understand? Because it comes to a point that you know what? When I feel that I'm not safe, when I feel like I'm a cornered animal, like I'm hunted, it's going to go down.
That's right.
I'm not afraid to take your life. Let me put it that way.
That's right. You're trying to protect yourself.
I am not afraid to take a life. Nope. I'm not afraid to take a life.
All right, Rebecca.
I'm going to plead the fifth on that.
Now, look, we're ready to hear you now. We're ready to hear some of your work now. We heard your story, and I know we're going to talk a little bit about each piece. So, ready when you are.
Okay, this one is called Sinful Thoughts.
Okay. What's the title again?
Sinful Thoughts.
Sinful, okay.
Skies, tears fall on my face. Anxiety soon past memories that should be dead. Still alive and strong on my mind, like an old movie shown time after time. Can't help the rage that have filled me with, but I live life with caution, observing all and everyone like a genius mathematician. Making sense and reading life, some will even say that I am psychic. Skies, tears fall on my face. I speak for forgiveness. Oh God, what have I done? Was the body ever found? I could not have let another rape take what was left of me as I watched the crack-addicted rapist die in front of me. This demon-filled soul, face shown only hate and sadness. The day he died, I saw his smile. His grave was a condemned building. No flowers, no priest to confess the sins to. How he lured me with the hit of crack. When I got stuck, he punched my face so hard, then we attacked. The switchblade in my back pocket saved me. I didn't mean to take a life, but I had to protect mine as I watched the demon bleed to death in front of me. How the memories that hid inside of me of that demon that was devouring me. grip into me like I wasn't a human, a child who barely reached his knees. How like many feel ashamed and take the blame. No, not me. I can rage every day, knowing what I am capable of. That creeps in. I sit alone and keep to myself. Killing demons and sleeping. No amounts of drugs or liquid spirit could drown out that little girl in my head screaming. Sure, everyone just tells me to forget it. While my soul wants the justice for my injustice as a human, that killer in me still grows. Even now that I am sober, when I sleep and slip into realms, darkness dispensions of all the demons I slaughter. Their hearts devoured. I make sure they can never be reborn. Now facing a hate-filled world, no one is ever safe. Babies born in dumpster cribs, covered in garbage blankets. Their hungry screams muffled in the darkness. Their voices are never heard or protected. Women lost in lust, filled with greed, selling off their dignity. The fact is, no one can be trusted. Skies, tears fall on my face as I sit here and plan my next pill, my madness. Facing a world of chaos and our children's paying for it all. Don't know how long I can keep this killer in me contained, so I stay praying. Forgive me, Lord, for my simple thoughts. And peace.
Wow. That was beautiful. You really have a way with words. You really told a story, and it was so flowing. That was incredible. And you told your story, the same story you just told me early.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Wow. You call those guys demons. The beast.
Yeah. Because that's what they are if you really look at them. Let me tell you something about a drug addict. It's not dumb. That little demon that the devil plants inside of you is called addiction, and all you do is crave and crave and crave.
Mm-hmm.
Come on.
Wow. There's so many people going through this. You know, I remember helping a guy publish a book years ago, and he told me the way he used to get high, he was so high that he was always on that blink of death. You know, he felt like he felt like he was. I was like, wow. I mean,
you wake up in your own vomit. You wake up literally in your own vomit. And let me tell you, how many times haven't I did that? How many times haven't I did that? Yep.
So you just go away. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
So where were you when you wrote that? Was it?
This was in the summer of the South Bronx. I was young. And I wrote this thinking way back. And the thing is that, you know, in New York there is no statute of limitations, so there's not a lot that I can say about that. Mm-hmm. So I'm just not going to elaborate. But like I said, I got away with a lot. And that was a moment, and that's a true story. That's a true story. And that, you know.
I understand.
And that's something, let me tell you something. Good people do bad things because you're cornered, and some things happen in a quick of a moment, and before you know it, you just took somebody's life.
That's right.
And you know what? And it haunts you. You're never the same.
Whoa.
You're never the same.
I believe
and, you know, in the world of drugs, anything can happen. Anything can happen.
That's deep. All right. We ready for the next piece, Rebecca? We're ready when you are.
Well, are you sure?
Yeah, we
the
ready.
The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He makes me to lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside the still waters. He restores my soul for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod, your staff, will comfort me. You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil. My cup runs over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. This psalm embedded in my head, carved in my heart and soul. I lived it every day. Long ago, I tasted steel, a barrel in my mouth, a bullet with my name. It never came. In the river, it swims. It sleeps with the fishes. Filled with fear, I lived, so I fed my body. My temple rocked, heroin pills. Mine was locked in a past that was just too real to bear. I lived with a dead heart, but my soul was fighting me. Even in my darkness, my soul shined. So one day I was awakened by Satan. He whispered in my ears, "The perpetrator." I heard his struggle. I saw him and the demon standing there, awaiting. Even after a 3-day binge of crack cocaine and heroin, I was awakened. I found myself in front of a mirror. I fell in love. I begged for forgiveness as I forgave, regained. A starving soul now fed. I was reborn for the pain and anguish, strengthened me to break free. Lust no longer lived or dwelled inside of me. Breaking bread with the devil's soldiers had to speak. Now how they cared and loved me, so I was led to think. But that kill still haunts me. I can say that I once did kill a demon. I watched a man bleed. Please, Lord, forgive me. Now I live to free others and who are just like me. Angels to some I am, evil to those who cannot understand. My testimonial today. May it awaken the death that lives in you. May I be the one to show you that door. Do you have the courage to open and walk through? Never to look back? Come. We have much work to do. And welcome to the revolution. And that one is called My Testimonial.
What was the name of that title?
My Testimonial.
My Testimonial.
Oh, testimonial, yes.
That was deep. So what were you going through at that time? Where were you?
Rehashing. One thing that I got to tell you, once you stop being inebriated, once you start masking and you get high so you don't have to think about things, once you stop that, it all comes back. It all comes back. The images, everything in your head, and boom, boom. And you have to face that again. And then you have a choice. You got a fork road. You have the fork road. You got to make a choice.
That's right.
You got to deal with it, or you're going to continue. So, and like I said, picking up that pen and just writing and writing. And you know what? I didn't know that I could write stuff like this.
Yeah, no, you're a good writer.
I write dark poetry. Dark poetry diva, but I do write stuff about like prolific. I'm not into erotic because there's so much fetus and vagina that I can say, but I do have a few pieces of erotica, and I have a lot of spiritual poetry as well. But I do a lot of dark poetry.
A lot of dark. Do you have anything that you can read that's not dark tonight? See what you got.
Wow. Let me see what I have.
Yeah, let's see what you have. Let's see where your skills level at. I remember you told me you wanted to read.
Yeah. Yeah, let me see. Wow. I would have known that. But anyway, let me see. Because I have a manuscript in front of me.
Oh, do you? Okay.
Yeah, I have, and I didn't bring my other stuff with me, but, I don't know if this is, let me read deeper part.
Okay.
Oh, how this beautiful man came and stole my heart with his words. He came from the city of love. That is what is known as home. He knew exactly what to say and how to touch me from so far away. So I just let him in. He took me. He blew me away with the romance in the The romance men of the USA lack today. Oh, how I just fell in love. And right when you knew he had me, he pulled away that piece of heart. But little that he really knows, I have endured pain and magnitude. The little time I gave my heart to love him only bruised me. In my book, he was 2 sentences at most, believe me. My pen is my sword, and my heart is what makes that pen bleed. For every teardrop he pours, my heart lifts them like 100-pound weight. My heart has more muscles than the world's strongest men. I have been torn, beaten, shredded, and yet hated, but my soul is unbreakable because that is how I was created. I am that beast, and I will feast on those who try to hurt me. Pain is the only drive that makes me that goddess. Try of that. After. You petty thief of heart, because you feel power every time you break a heart, every time you create tears. You can break anything and everything, but you can't break my mind because life gave me power. You can break my heart because God gave me feeling. You can never break my soul because that is for God, and you are by far not that God. Thief of heart that you are. I am the breaker of nature. I have a heart that shines like thousands of suns. For every teardrop, for stories that are told, and much courage. And yes, I speak with conviction. I bring true tears, and I make revive the dead heart you motherfuckers keep breaking. Motherfucker, oh, you didn't think you got your twisted, did you? You are just another one of life's punches I didn't want to stop. Trust me, you were nothing but a love tap. But you could have had me. You could have had that honor of being my king. But instead, the truth came out. You were nothing but a thief of heart.
Wow. That was good. You got a really good flow. And when did you write that one?
that was kind of one of my first ones.
Really?
You know, yeah, that was kind of, you know, I had a crush on somebody on Facebook, a nail model, and, you know, whatever, and that kind of came out.
You had a crush on a male model?
Oh, my God, he's gorgeous. And you know what? I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think those are his real pictures, okay? But whatever pictures he took, right? He's freaking some real good pictures, but anyway. But, you know, people part. I thought that was, I had fun writing that.
Yeah, sound like it.
I have fun writing that.
So you sent that to him? You sent that one to him?
No, please. I don't. It's just like I said, the moment of expression when you're feeling things.
Mm-hmm.
And I could be feeling whatever, and I just pick up that pen and boom. Boom. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, like in this book, My Windows, My Soul, it is very in your face. It is anger, anguish, and pain. You know, and I intend to write more, and I already spoke to Ron about that, you know, but this one is definitely my dark moment. These are my dark moments. This is where I was like, you know, like, it was either writing, expressing myself, or it was going to consume me and engulf me in a world of spiraling down, roller coaster ride. I don't know.
So, Rebecca, let me ask you this. So how would a person feel that's not in that world right now? Someone just enjoyed poetry. How would they walk away from this book when, you know, after reading 2 or 3 poems? How would they feel?
Well, you know what? They would read it, and I know they would say, yo, this is real. You know what? She's not writing to, she's not writing what I want to read. She's not writing you know what I'm saying? She's writing her life story in poetry form.
Yes.
How much more real can you get?
That's right.
You have choices in your life. You can I'm not reading this shit. Because I have a poem called Forgiveness. My friends read that. They go, I will never read this shit again. But this is dope. That is my atom bomb. And I've never read it. But that is my atom bomb.
Whoa.
And it's in the book. And I'm still, you know, I'm still proofreading it and stuff. But it's, you know, it is my atom bomb. and I did a short story called Storyteller, My Evolution, which is about, it's a prolific, it's about hell, it's about angels, and, I'm telling you, I mean, I just thank God every day that I'm able to express myself through ink rather than express myself shooting bullets at people. Because two wrongs don't make a right. I can't go out there and hurt people because they're hurting other people. I could pray. I hate the world. I hate the human race because the human race don't care about each other. We're about the only species who are killing each other out.
That's true.
We're destroying the earth. And I want to be honest with you, Jerry, and I know Ron is out there listening to me. I refuse to live my life like a damn smurf. La, 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 la. Oh, the world is good. La, 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 la. You know what?
Why?
I'm not going to curse right now because I wanted to curse up the store right now, but I'm not going to do it. But that's that. That's that. You know what? The world is the world that it is, and deal with it. And you know what? You don't like it, say you don't like it. But you know what? If I speak to somebody out there, like I spoke to somebody I met at a bus stop, her name was DG. And I asked her, and it's in the book, her name is Damn Girl. And she told me, I don't know what the hell I was riding the bus here in Florida. I came to Florida, which, by the way, within a few months that I was here, I almost got abducted at a bus stop, right?
Get out of here. Really?
Yo, let me tell you something. I was in Woodbine and Brentwood, and I was working at this grocery store because I used to be a bum out here, and I got a job, the only job that will hire me without a car. And I was waiting at the bus stop. I was waiting for the N6 to go downtown, whatever, the last bus to take home. White Cadillac, this guy, hey, how you doing? And, I'm polite. Yeah, how you doing? Whatever. He drives by, he makes a U-turn. He goes, come over here. I say, look, I'm just waiting for the bus, hello, just keep moving, whatever. He goes, come here. And I said, look, I'm not going. I started to back up. He goes, woman, didn't I tell you to come here? Yo, didn't that guy get out of his car and walk towards me?
Get out of
so
here.
I put my laptop down, and let me tell you, I got thumbed out. I went New York City. What the fuck? What part of the No, thank you. Don't you fucking understand? I'm sorry, I'm cursing. And I started grabbing my crotch and thugging out, and my body language, when I'm saying thugging out, you know what I'm talking about, right? My waving my hands and like a thumb.
Right.
So the cars that were going on the opposite side, the other side of the road, 4 cars slowed down and they started honking. They saw my body language. I was about to run. And this guy is walking towards me. When he turned around, he saw them 4 cars. They were about to stop in the middle of the road. He got in his car and left.
Wow.
And let me tell you, during that time, there was a serial rapist. There was a serial rapist in that area. So you know what? And this area, I'm in Jacksonville. I hate it, whatever, but I'm here with Mom, and, I'm going to embrace it. But I met this girl called DD. She's a drug addict, and her father and her mother was meth heads or whatever. She had stab wounds on her and everything. I was talking to her. And she just told me her whole life story and stuff. So I wrote about her. It's called DG, A.K.A. Damn Girl. And then, like a few months later, I heard that they killed her. They found her dead. Yeah. So I wrote about her, and I gave her $5. I said, look, go to McDonald's, because the bus stop was at McDonald's. Go eat some. So as the bus was pulling out, I saw her walking towards Emerson Inn, which is right across the street where I live, and they still crack there. I was like, there you go. But, it's like sad. Like, there's young prostitutes out here. They walk on, all times of the night. My goal is to get me and my mom out of here, and I'm going to do it, Jerry.
So you guys going back up to New York? So you think you're going back to New York?
She can't. She can't breathe in New York. She has serious COPD. She can barely breathe here, imagine in New York. So I'm not going to do that to her.
Yeah, Florida's supposed to be
in New York, I got jobs in New York waiting for me. I'm talking about 90 hours a week. I got to take care of my mom. Like when my father died of AIDS, I took care of him till he died. Until his last days. Yeah, my father was a Rolling Stone. He wasn't a drug addict, though. He fought it, through sex, whatever. But, and I was going to culinary school. But, and it was just so many things that, it's a lot of pain. It's a lot of pain. But you know what?
Yeah,
you learn to get past that. Yeah,
Looks like
I
you
done with
still
that.
though.
You know, I done with that after I stopped using drugs every day.
Mhm.
You know,
Yeah.
when I stopped that BS, and you know what? I just want to tell these women, I say, you're going to go through the pain. It does not go away, but you got to learn to own it and make it work for you.
That's
You
right.
know what I'm saying?
Right.
There's days that I wake up.
So you still there, Rebecca? Her car dropped. All right, well, look, we wait till she get back. But that was Rebecca Lopez, My Wind Is My Pain. And while we waiting for her to come back in, let's see if Ron is out there. Yes, he is. Hey, Ron, how you doing? We wait till Rebecca come back in. But, yeah, man, she's very powerful, man, with that message, man, that dark poetry, man.
She's extremely powerful, and in her words, you can definitely feel the pain that she's experienced through her years. It's real evident in her writing.
Yes. I mean, she bring it. I mean, it's like she still feel. You should never forget. I know that. And now, is it gonna be a time when? Because she has some writing skills, man. I mean, she flows, really flow. Is it a chance that you'll be able to bring her out, bring her back in for her second book?
I'm here.
Hey, Rebecca, we got Ron on the show right now. We was just talking about how your writing is something else. I mean, the flow is there, and I know you're writing dark, but I was about to ask him, is it a chance he can bring you up under another genre?
On another day?
Yeah, another genre. Like instead of, I know this is your first release, but your second book, like you mentioned,
my
you can
second
write
book is going to be about strength, spirituality, and wisdom.
Okay, more it's like a self-help book.
Well, yeah, but you have to understand that in writing this dark book, there has to be light coming out from that darkness.
Okay.
And there is. I mean, I wrote like over 500 poems.
Wow.
I wrote over 500 poems, and I know that the anger, anguish, and pain has to come out first.
That's right. That's true.
Well,
yeah, and it did, and it came out.
So Rebecca, we got Ron on the line.
Okay.
Hey, Ron, you was gonna comment on that?
Well, to let you know, she's got a whole series of books that are going to be coming out in the future, and they are various. The books are various expressions of hers. It's not all dark poetry. There is a lot of positive and inspirational things as well. It's just with the way that it's set up, it's going to kind of walk you through her different emotions, starting with the anger, anguish, and pain, and then, moving on to some other things. And you'll kind of watch the progression of Rebecca through her poetry. Yes.
Now, Rebecca, are you doing live like spoken word?
Well, I do I used to do the Facebook poetry shows, but it all started becoming erotic, and I'm sorry, there's so much penis and vagina I could take. And it just became like a rap thing. Like they were like, it was just it was, I like poetry like I like my food. I like all different types of food and ethnic. I mean, I love flavors and stuff. And it's like poetry. Poetry, not I can't say I like any one better than the other. I just like it, especially if it's well done. But, like some of the slam stuff, I just can't do it. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Now I'm looking for some really good poetry groups out there on Facebook. Are there any that you could recommend to me once we get off the show?
The poetry groups that I can tell you are more like the Body Canvases are Phonology. No, not Phonology. Oh my God, there was so many.
Well, you can send it. You can send it to me once we finish with the
show.
Yeah,
but because I kind of got away from them because of that. They started they were starting to be bullied. They started to become bullies, and you know what? I don't like drama. I do have my own group that people post their poetry and their music and everything on GMG, Then I have my author page, and then I have my food page, and then I do have my GMG community page where I post all of my poetry.
Okay. Good.
Okay, but I mean, the first, and Ron, tell me if I'm wrong, but I think that my dark stuff should have come out first before my other stuff.
Yeah.
Well, I think in starting with that, like I said, it's going to be a way for people to follow your emotions, starting with, some of the dark places that you've been, and moving through to, some of the things that you've overcome. In a way, I mean, Jerry described it as a self-help book. You may not see any one of your books as a self-help book, but if you look at the series as a whole, the way that it's going to be laid out, that's one way. You could basically call it a self-help series for the simple fact that, people are going through the same emotions that you went through. And I know we talked before about your goals in, getting people to see things that they've been through in your writing. So in your writing, you not only show what you've been through or what you're going through, but you also show how you overcome certain things. And these are lessons that others can use to do the same thing.
Exactly, because you know what? Life is a fight. Life is a fight. I'm sorry. It's a battle. It's a battle. Forget about that Smurf thing, going through frolicking through the pastures, and no. Sorry. You are planet Earth, okay? And I do have my line of dreams and prophecies. That's another series of poetry that I have.
Wow. Well, you said you wrote 500 of them. You got a vault there of poetry. Nothing wrong with that. That's right. We're looking forward to seeing.
My dreams, woo! Yep,
wow.
My dreams, and my angels, and people, the whispers in my. Oh my God, I have to tell you. And I could tell you about a dream that and I could, I was sitting in the middle of a field in the dream, and it was sunny and it was beautiful, and then an angel with the biggest span of angel wings flew down. He flew down. He didn't have a face. And he went up to my ear and he whispered, "Everyone will die." And he shot up into the sky. And I woke up from that dream crying. My heart was pumping. Boom, 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 boom.
That's powerful. That is something. And Rebecca, now if you would have known that, you were, I guess God works in mysterious ways. We just don't know sometimes our purpose of what we do, why we do what we do, and why we have the stories to tell. It's like, how many people you think your series probably will save, give them an opportunity on Judgment Day to make amends.
If I can save one, I've done my job.
You've done your job.
I'm
sure you're going to save a lot more than that.
Yes, but you know what? It is the choice that people have to make. And you know what that is? That's that gift of free will. That's that gift of free will that the human race screwed up so bad on. And that is the choice that you make.
Couldn't handle it.
God gave you the gift of free will. When he planted it, he put it in front of me, and I had to make that choice. I had the fork road. I had to choose the right road.
That's right.
And that is the choice, and that's that gift of free will. And you know what? That's what's going to destroy the earth, because we ain't been built with that.
And guess what, though, Rebecca?
That's another show.
That's right. That's right. And look, you're here to tell everybody that Jesus lives. I mean, look at you.
Jesus lives. Yes, he does. And you know what? I had a dream that I heard his footsteps. I had a dream that I had his footsteps, and in the dream, there were the 4 horsemen. They couldn't hold the storms, so they were all walking behind him. And guess what? The whole earth was filling up with water. And that was a dream that I had. Oh, girl, I ain't even going. Yeah, that like I said, dreams and prophecies, and I have a whole bunch of poetry about that. Armageddon Shoulder.
So you think you're ready to read it? You ready to read another one for us and close the show out?
Okay, let me see. I'm going to read Armageddon Soldier.
All right, before you go, before you read to close this out, Ron, you like to say something to Rebecca before she reads this poem and close the show out?
First, as always, Jerry, again, thank you for your support of Broken Bars Publishing and our authors, and I definitely look forward to more from your show. And I want to say great show, Rebecca, and close us out only like you can.
That's right. And before you start out, Rebecca, I want to tell Miss Rhett, one of the other authors, I didn't forget about it. I guess we skipped over because we work out the inbox, but tell Ryan we're going to work Dylan G to get her on, so don't worry, okay? And my apology. All right,
Absolutely.
Rebecca, your show, baby. Close us out.
All right, this is Armageddon Soldier. Living, just existing, it's not enough for me. I do not care what is the truth around me. We make our truth our reality. Our stripes earn us our stripes. But then again, how many battles have you won? How much of the past can you let go? Do you have the guts to face the devil? Kill a demon? Have you stuck a punch life? Yes. What selfish act have you committed? Have you put anyone before you? Do you hear the ticking of life's clock? Tick tock, tick tock. Are you ready? Life is the very test to see if you can survive the fight of all fights. We are all in training for boot camp for the Armageddon soldiers. Through God, we inhale love, exhale hate. Let courage and honor take its place. Allow me to introduce myself, one of life's drill sergeants, trained without the age of 4. Raped and yes, labeled a whore. Taste the blood before. War is in my blood. Join me. Let's die fighting. War is brewing, and it will soon be knocking at our door. Lock and load, bitches. I take no prisoners. War night. Everybody die. Empty.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Way to go, Rebecca. I appreciate you coming on our show, sharing your story, sharing your life, your words. And we got to get you back on here when you release your book so we can have a little release party here on the show for you, okay?
Fantastic. Ron, I love you. And I'm sorry more people didn't call it, but that's how it goes.
Oh, well, we got a lot of people sitting in the queue. I don't take callers, but I take the publisher when they come in.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Great.
Just so we can keep the flow of the show, because we want to know about the author, the writer.
Okay. Well, let me tell you, there's a lot more to come from me, and, my dark side is the beginning, but then there's a light, out of the dark, you come into the light, right?
That's right. And I appreciate you, and I say I know you're going to do well out there. There's no doubt about that. You didn't come this far to fail, right?
Failure is not in my vocabulary. Failure is an animal that I do not know. That's extinct.
That's right. Amen. God is
Amen.
good.
God is good. God is great. He is awesome.
We appreciate you, Rebecca. And
Thank
I'm glad
you.
we had you on. All right. You take
Thank
care.
you so much for having me.
You're welcome. And before we close, I'm going to just go and let you say some few things to my audience before you go, what they expect from you, and hope they support you and everything. All right?
Well, the one thing that I do want is in expressing what my feelings and my thoughts are, through my pen. And I know it could be raw, it could be unforgiving, but it's the truth. Embrace the truth as it comes, because the truth is the truth. You can live a lie all your life, and you know why? You're in the dark. But live the truth. Embrace the truth. Honor the truth. And, honor yourself and love yourself. Because once you love yourself, then others will love you. Once you respect yourself, others will respect you. And do not care about what anybody thinks about you. Take, emotional blackmail, forget about that. Just live you, love you, do you. You understand? And then, you gotta make your adjustments in life, and hopefully the people that you lost in your life will come back.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
And these words will be out there for a long time, Rebecca, because you know it goes out to YouTube. So when both of us are long and gone and YouTube's still going strong, your words will still continue to help people. All right?
Yes.
All
That's
right,
what it's all about. Jerry, thank you for having you. Amen. Bonnie, I love you.
I love it too, Rebecca. Have a good night.
All right.
You too. Bye-bye.
This is Jerry Royce Live. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in, and we hope you enjoyed this production. I'm Jerry Royce, and have a good night. Bye-bye. Thank you for tuning in to the Positive Power 21 Network. Team 21 would like to thank you all for tuning in, and please spread the word and tell a friend. This is Jerry Royce at Positive Power 21, where we get our positive on. All right, that's a wrap. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning in. I'm Jerry Royce.